Hello everyone, I'm glad you're watching this video. Today we're going to talk about a rather mature and spicy topic. We'll be discussing how a good blowjob can influence a relationship with a man. Is it possible to keep a man in your space through good oral skills so that he never thinks of cheating and doesn't seek adventures on the side? You know, it's often said that in the morning, a man should leave home with empty bowls and a full stomach. On one hand, it seems funny, and on the other, logical. I immediately recall historical moments in human development when a man leaving home many years ago, whether 1,000, 1,500 or 10,000 years ago, tried to leave his seed in his woman. Just in case he wasn't destined to return, he could be eaten by wolves, or say he might fall in love with another woman during the hunt, and the wife would be left pregnant, and if a boy was born, he would become the protector of the family. Although such reflections seem interesting and even amusing, we must not forget that expecting a woman to be willing to do such things every day is absurd. Sometimes she may not have the mood or desire. Life constantly controlled by such rituals is obsession. If a man leaves home with full balls, it doesn't mean that problems will arise and he will necessarily rush to other women. This is a completely wrong approach. Today, many women attend courses where they learn how to satisfy their partner orally properly. Sorry for the explicit terms, but we are all adults and capable of talking about it honestly. You can learn to give the perfect blowjob and he'll just be thrilled, promising to love you forever. But what we really want to talk about today is how much more important it is to work on yourself and your self-esteem than any techniques. Because even if you master the perfect technique like a vacuum cleaner, but have internal sexual problems, it won't lead to long-term results. Problems with the energetic perception of your partner can negate all your efforts. Initially, everything might feel pleasant, but over time, the sensation disappears. Long ago, when I first started getting invited to the Spas TV channel, I found myself in a situation I'll never forget. On Spas, they usually talk about faith, God, mercy, and commandments. After wrapping up one broadcast, I was heading home when a friend suddenly called me. She sounded excited and asked me to stop by her office to discuss something important. Naturally, I agreed. When I arrived, she greeted me with great joy. She's a wonderful, open woman, although quite large, weighing over 150 kilograms, but that only adds to her charm and friendliness. After entering her office, we began our conversation. Suddenly I heard a noise coming from somewhere, a mix of voices changing with strange sounds, as if someone... Never mind. I asked her what was happening. She replied that she had opened a school on the art of fellatio and there was a class going on right behind the wall. Curiously, I peeked through the slightly open door. There was an oval table around which about 12 to 14 women were sitting. At the head of the table was the instructor, an older woman. Each student had 3 dildos of different sizes on the table in front of them. Under the guidance of the instructor, they practiced various techniques. The whole scene gave me a kind of cognitive dissonance. Just recently, I was discussing spiritual matters on Spas, and now I was witnessing such an unexpected seminar. But the vibrant diversity of choice, it's also part of our life. If you saw the eyes of those women and girls during the class, it was something. They tried with enthusiasm. Drool sometimes dripped, occasionally snot. Everything was reversed. They even had basins ready just in case someone threw up. It was real chaos. Leaving the room, I asked my friend, "What's all this for?" She answered that the idea stood for family happiness. Supposedly, if a woman masters the technique well, the man wouldn't look for attention elsewhere. I retorted that it's not about that at all. A woman with good self-esteem doesn't require professions of this kind to keep her husband. If she's confident in herself, everything will be fine without it. She merely shrugged, explaining that for her, it's just business. I don't know if her school is still running, as we haven't been in touch lately. Once upon a time, she achieved great financial success thanks to this venture, and many women indeed queued up to learn. Reflecting on this, I wonder, after all, in every relationship, there is an energy exchange occurring not only through sexual intimacy. It manifests at many levels. It is essential to recognize this. Often in relationships, genuine instincts become the basis of communication between partners. At the beginning of a relationship, a man and a woman often act on instincts, things like reproductive instincts, hormonal euphoria, and sexual intimacy. But over time, as this passion diminishes, other aspects of relationships come to the fore that requires mental involvement. If neither man nor woman possesses a mature personality, the question arises, how will they manage the relationship? This involves creating conscious passion and developing sexual intelligence. Skills like a good blowjob may be part of sexual intelligence, but far from its full extent. In mature relationships, of course, partners can reach agreements to develop each other's skills. For example, the wife might wish for her husband to become more skillful in bed, reciprocating his requests. However, this is only possible where the relationship is already on a strong and evolving foundation. But when the relationship is immature and fraught with a neurotic atmosphere, where one party tries to keep the other through learning skills or pleasing, it rarely brings improvement. Neither a good blowjob nor other techniques can save destructive relationships, as the real problem lies much deeper in self-esteem, self-worth, and the true sexual energy of both partners. It's essential to understand that the health of a relationship is based not only on intimate technique, but also on the internal resilience and self-confidence of both parties. Without this, any external attempts to improve the situation are generally doomed to fail. Finding the inner balance of one's sexual energy and femininity is a process that begins with working on self-esteem and self-awareness. It's crucial for the development of sexual intelligence to proceed alongside other aspects of life, such as personal growth, individual interests, and style. The key to reconnecting with one's sexual energy lies in self-love and respect for one's needs. When a woman starts a relationship with a man, her personal confidence and the energy she radiates become more important than any outward attributes or techniques. A woman with high self-esteem and a mature perception of her sexuality will be happy in intimate relationships, not chasing ideals, but striving for sincere interaction with her partner. Enhancing technique may occur naturally and mutually desired. Before applying radical means of training or attending courses aimed at mechanically improving specific skills, focus on strengthening self-esteem and self-discovery. Conscious sexuality always begins with self-love. If you feel you need more time and resources to delve into this issue and build confidence within, consider participating in courses that help you better understand your desires and needs. Remember that the journey to self-discovery is individual, and it's essential to find the one that suits you. See you next time.